Hey everybody, Richard here with CRG Games, and today I've got the Professor's deck box. It finally came in. If you ordered this, you'll know that they shipped in a random, distribution. So even if you were, right next to somebody in your same town that got their box, you may not have gotten yours, and that's kind of what happened in my case. My buddies have gotten theirs a long time ago, and I just got mine. So I've got some extra goodies with it. We're going to take a look at these and see how they are, I guess. Now we're going to do the deck box last. I've got some other stuff. I've got the Gamegenic double life counter, 0 to 99. And I've already taken this out, so I had to put it back in. Because I was like, I think I'm going to do a video on this. And that way everybody can see how everything looks. Now, you will know... Oops. I didn't mean to do that. You will have noticed if you ordered this, there we go again, that this, at least some of these products, at least the deck box, is going to be coming to retail next year. Now, I don't know if we know exactly when it's going to be, but if you missed out during the Kickstarter, you are going to have the opportunity to purchase some of these products. From what I have seen, I really like them, but I have not gotten to use them just yet. So let's take a look and see what kind of quality we've got here. So first, we've got the 0 to 99 life counter. This appears to be 2 pieces of acrylic. They are stuck together right here, they're almost like rivets, but not quite. They probably are press fit one into the other. And the life counters spin here. It's got a little bit of friction to it. It's not too much, so it spins relatively easily. You can kind of get your finger on these little nubs. It does feel, yeah. So these 2 pieces of acrylic, they slide past each other just a little bit. I don't know if these are going to pop off at some point. I'm sure they've done testing with these before, and I'm sure they're tough and they'll hold up. But they probably just need to be worked in a little bit. Okay, so now it's a little bit easier. We're going to go ahead and set it to 40 because that is what I play Commander. I like it. Looks pretty good. It's got the little library there, Tolarian Community College. I think it looks good. It's got his logo right there, the professor. And yeah, I think I'll use this. I'll put that in my box. So we got some other stuff as well. This is the D20 Spin Down Luxury Real Gemstone. I haven't opened anything up out of this box, so I'm kind of excited for this part. Is it taped? It is taped. Always be careful when you're cutting towards yourself. I know that's like the rules of using a knife 101. Never cut towards yourself. Wow, that already looks really, really nice. How do we get it? Okay, easy enough. Wow, that has got some weight to it. That really does feel like it's an actual stone. The detail on the engravings here is really, really nice as well. There's the TCC logo. It's a very, very nice gold. I don't know what gemstone this is. It's probably not anything crazy. It's probably like a purple quartz or something along those lines. Technically, that is a gemstone, I do believe. But wow, this is super, super nice. I would be hesitant to roll this around a table, to be honest. I would probably use this just as a life counter. You know how you hold it on, you just keep it onto the table, and you just leave it there. 19, 18, so on and so forth. It does say it's a D20, right? No, I'm sorry. It is a D20, but it is a spin down and not a traditional D20 where the numbers are randomized. So you're going to be using this as a D20 where all of the numbers are basically sequential. But yes, this is probably so far my favorite part. And of course, I've only opened 2 things, but man, I love this. I'm a I'm a bit of a nerd. I like gems. I like rocks. It's cool stuff. We're going to put it back in there. I will be using this. I'm probably going to keep it in this case, though, just so it doesn't fall, doesn't chip, or anything like that. And, of course, going to be using it on a playmat. So, got some other stuff here. These are the acrylic counter tokens. You know, I guess I didn't expect them to come in just GameGenic packaging. It does make sense that they are. I just didn't expect it. I thought it was going to come in some kind of like special packaging or something like that. Do we got it open? Yes, we do. Okay, these are nice. These are nice. I like them. So we got some negative counters and some positive counters. It appears that our negatives are clear and our positives are opaque. Or solid, really. They're not really opaque, I guess. So we got +1 +1s, +2 +2s. Do we have anything bigger than that? There's a +4 +4, a 3 3, also 3 3, a 1 1. And the negatives, they are only neg1 neg1s. But you've got 4 of them there. So we do go up to +5 +5, it appears. Which is fine, because with the combination of the +1 through +5s, you can make basically any combination you're going to need. And you're probably not going to be needing any more than 4 neg1 neg1s, I would hope. If you are, you're in trouble. I like these. They're nice. They're small. They feel good. There's no roughness to them. They're very smooth. I mean, there's not much to say, I guess. They're counters. And they're Tellurian Community College counters, so I like them. I am noticing... No, okay, never mind. When this is upside down, it looks like it's much thinner than everything else, but it's just because it's clear. The inking, or print, or whatever you want to call it, is only on the one side. So if you have it upside down, it looks like it's thinner, but it's actually not. So, yeah, I like these. I'll use them. Right now, I just use dice. And, of course, if you're using a dice, you know, a D6, there's no way to really show negs unless you use 2 different colors. That's really the only way to do it. So next, we've got the Seismorph dividers. And I've heard that a lot of people really like these for taking up extra space in your deck box. I've never actually used these. I have recommended in the past, and I still do. If you're looking to take up extra space in a deck box or one of your card sorting boxes, get foam sound dampening panels. So generally, you can get them in different sizes, and you're going to want to get about 2 to 3 inch height sound dampening panels. So you can cut those. And if you have 2 triangles, typically those will fill one entire row of your box. Same concept here, except this is squishable. And it's going to pop back out. This tab right here, it honestly, so the only issue I see with this is these tabs like that. If it's scored, that can be a breaking point. If it's a brittle plastic, I don't know yet if it is a brittle plastic, these, if you bend them enough, they will break off. I'm not going to bend it for obvious reasons, but I do like this because you can put it right in between and it'll puff back out. Theoretically, you could do the same exact thing with the sound dampening panels. Cut your section. The only issue is you're going to have 2 triangles. So what you would probably want to do is get a thicker panel, and then the square part, you're going to cut that out and put that in between 2 of the like dividers that you get for pre-release packs or something like that. And that would give you the same effect as this. Maybe for a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to have the TCC logo. So you got to, think about that. I like this. It's nice and squishy. It feels like a marshmallow, to be honest. It's got a nice little give. It's easy to squeeze, and it pops right back out. I think this is going to be a nice addition to the deck box. So next, we've got the playmat. I got like the the premium pack or something like that, I think, that came with some extra goodies. This has got the Tellurian Community College Library. I do want to open this and take a look at it and see what it looks like. I'm getting a fair amount of playmats now, and I've started to get the playmat top loaders to put them in. Expensive ones. So this one, if I don't use it, will probably end up in one of those playmat top loaders. The other one I have in a top loader is a Klug Altars playmat. Now, if you're in the MTG Altars community, or you look at that at all, you'll probably know who Klug Altars is. I can't remember his name at the moment off the top of my head, but he does. I think it's Eric Klug, actually. His art is fantastic. He does some of the best altars in Magic the Gathering, and he did a limited edition playmat a while back. I can't remember how much I spent on it. I think it was like $200, which, of course, is a lot of money for a playmat. But Eric, I believe that's his name, does fantastic work, and I was more than happy to shell out that money. Now, I've never used that playmat. It's in a top loader. The only criticism I have of those, I think they might be BCW top loaders for playmats, is they're not quite tall enough when you have the, like the stitched seams. They stick out a little bit further than the playmat top loader itself. So let's unfurl this guy. Wow, this is definitely nice. Let's move the knife out of the way there and this stuff. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a very nice playmat. Yeah, I mean, we should expect that if it's coming from Gamegenic, you know. It's got the the whole library here, the logo, the TCC logo right here on the bottom. Nice details as well. You know, somebody had to put in all these books, and I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not a graphic artist. I do a teeny bit of editing in Premiere Pro. But this is very nice. I like the lighting, how it shines down here on the floor. Illuminates the logo. It looks very good. I like this playmat a lot. It doesn't have the stitched edge, but that's okay. Most playmats don't. You get into the premium playmats, they start to get the stitched edge. A lot of times when you're buying playmats from like third-party sites, you can opt in for a stitched edge. And I generally do, because I like the feel of it. I like the look of it. But, you know, this is a standard playmat. I would have liked to have the stitch edge. I don't know if that was an option at the time. It's been so long. But you know what? This will do. And we're going to leave it out here. I think I'll use this at the next F&M. All right. So, we have one last thing. And that is the box itself. Looks like we get the purple-black Kickstarter exclusive. I think I just went with the standard purple-black color. You had a couple options when you ordered. I do also have the early bird exclusive, although I bought that one from a friend. I wasn't able, when this was on Kickstarter, right, and it first released, if you bought this, you'll remember, it was almost impossible to get your order to go through. The demand was astounding. I didn't get it. I sat there refreshing my phone for hours and hours at work trying to get that thing. I didn't get it. But my buddy did, and I bought his. I have not opened it, nor will I open it. I've been waiting for this one to come in. So, this is a very, very nice packaging. It says, start your own journey. This purple, almost... it almost feels like Alcantara, to be honest. It's very, very nice. These are tokens, I do believe. It's got the professor's signature on it. I don't believe I'm going to open these. I've got tokens. In things like this, I generally like to leave sealed, so I am going to leave it sealed. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I'm going to open it because my other box has tokens in it. Let's take a look at these tokens. I believe that's what these are. So we've got our professor signed token. This is a write-in token. I think are these upside down? Is that upside down? No. Yes. Okay, so this is a day-night token. And I believe that is an eraser symbol. So what that means is you can use a dry erase marker on this, wipe it off when you're done, and the token is still intact. So I do really like that feature. We've got a very nice 1/1 merfolk. Got a couple of these. Wow. Ooh, the treasure token is foil. And this is it's not quite foil etched, but it is foil etched, if that makes sense. The foil etched cards, I believe, generally have a little bit, at least a little bit of a texture. This is completely smooth. So it's got that foil etched look to it, and it's very, very nice. How many did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5. So I've got 5 merfolk tokens, 5 treasure tokens, 2 of the... Wait a minute. This is interesting. So they're both day-night. Okay, yeah. So this one, I don't know if you can catch this, but you can see the glossiness. Dry erase. This one is opaque. This does not have the dry erase logo on it, so I would not use this with dry erase markers. Probably you're going to use this for something that you want to be permanent. I would not use a marker on the second token. Only the first that has the logo on it. All right. These are very nice tokens. I like it. I wish these were foil, but you know what? The foil treasure tokens, that does it for me. Got a very nice black lotus on there. Very nice book with the TCC logo. I am going to put these in sleeves. And you know what? I'm probably going to use these because I really, really like them. And then we've got the, the signed one. It's very cool. All right, set these aside. All right, so we got our box. I think that's it. It says, pick me up. Your next adventure begins. And this down here said your achievement rewards. It's got a nice heft to it. Our box says Gamegenic on the inside. It's very nice, very sturdy. You know what? It's one of those boxes where you look at it and it's like you're debating on whether you need to keep it or not for for the future. Like if you bought an iMac, do you keep the box or do you toss it? It's really a trick question because you always keep the box whether you need it or not. So we are going to keep the box. It's a little wider than I had expected, I guess. In person, I've seen the videos, right? But it's different when you're actually holding it itself. Stitching, very nice. Looks good all the way around. I don't see any issues with the stitching. The gluing, now I've noticed this on Gamegenic products before, and the last one we looked at was the Secret Lair Here Be Dragons, or the gluing can be a little bit of an issue. Sometimes I feel they get just a teeny bit on the sloppy side with the gluing. It's not too bad on this side. Looks good on at least this end. See what this end looks like. Looks good here. But this end, it's a little wavy. It's not bad. It's a stitch product. It's not. I'm sure this isn't handmade. There's probably some hands that have touched this, but you know what? Overall, I think it's good. It feels like this thing. This feels solid. Very, very solid. So let's crack her open here. Okay. So this, I don't remember. I thought he said that this is almost like a playmat, but maybe not. Maybe this isn't it. Very, very nice gold. I guess this is embossed. A very nice gold embossing here. Very shiny. Feels nice. Set that aside. Our box comes with several silica packets. Oops. So I'm going to keep those just in case. Looks like we've got a divider in here. This is an acrylic divider. It says peel off the foil, but I think we all know we're not going to do that. you leave that on because you have to protect your acrylic divider, and it doesn't really hurt anything to have it attached. So we're going to set that on the side. I know we've got several compartments here, right? Isn't that right? Isn't this a compartment? Okay, there we go. It's been a while since I saw this box, so it's going to take a little bit. Take a second. Okay, so this is magnetic. It's got a nice clamping force. You can hear it here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Nice clamping force there. And we've got 2 drawers. Okay, so these are magnetic as well. They slide nicely. You have that gold embossing in your drawer and in the top here. The magnets, there are 2 of them. You can kind of see one right here and one right here. Again, the stitching on the inside also looks very nice. Gluing looks good. No issues there. Very nice. I like it. I believe this one is the same size, the bottom drawer. I think it's a little tougher to get this one out. Again, it's a new box, so it's going to be tough until the fabric wears down just a little bit and becomes more slick. Wow, it's actually really tough to get out. I don't want to damage it. There we go. Okay, yes, these are identical drawers. I remember he said these will hold like a 60 card deck, and of course your dice, things like that. We could not quite put the stone dice in here, the crystal dice, so we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Sorry, the gemstone dice. Our tokens, I'm going to leave these in the bag, I guess, because that's a little bit easier, more clean way to keep them in there. And our tokens, I'm going to put these in here as well. See how these fit. Standard size cards. Yeah, they fit nicely. So you could fit sleeved cards in here, no issue. Going to put these in here, and they sit flush, so they don't go over the top. Very nice size. Maybe we can get it in there. There we go. I don't know if this is supposed to make it easier to get them out, or I guess it's almost like an access panel. So if you don't want to take the entire thing out, you can just do this and like roll your dice out or something like that. But it's nice. We've got 2 magnets in this flap here, one here and one here. They're relatively small, but they stick nicely. And of course, a 100 card commander deck should fit right here. And our Seismorph divider, we're going to put the acrylic divider back in. Fits nicely. A little bit of force there. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to grab a commander deck and we'll see how it fits. All right, so I've got my Rakdos commander deck here. This is the Lord of Riots deck that I just did a video on not too long ago. Most of it is single-sleeved, although some of it is double-sleeved, the more expensive cards. So we'll see how this fits in here. I know, do we put it on its side? Yeah, okay. Side works. Yeah, that fits really nicely. If we were to squeeze this down just a little bit and have all of these cards double-sleeved, it appears that it would fit in this compartment just fine with no issues. Maybe setting it up would be a little bit better, to be honest. Let's check that out, see what that looks like. Do it just like this. That would make it a lot easier to get out than it is now. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, this fits really nicely. It's snug. It doesn't move around a lot. When it expands, it fills that gap pretty nicely as well. This, is a Flesh and Blood Blitz deck. So I've played Flesh and Blood just a teeny bit before. Levia is the only hero. I think they're called heroes. The only hero that I've played. I kind of like her. I'm told that she's not that good, but you know what? I don't care. I've only played a little bit. And if you put that in the top, it fits perfectly. Got a little bit of room there to move around and no issues. And then our Seismorph divider, this. Okay, so it's not quite big enough, but you know what? It takes up the extra room here. It could be... All right, there we go. It could be forced down in like that. That's a little bit too much force, but it could be... Yeah, that's way too much force. Our acrylic divider is bending kind of bad there. We'll put that in there. That'll keep these from rattling around too much. I believe that is the way it's intended to go. This could actually go down in here as well, it looks like. Maybe not. No, it's not quite... This gap is not quite big enough for a boxed blitz deck to fit in. It's just slightly too narrow, so we're going to leave it up there. Overall, you know what? I like this box. I've been waiting for this thing to come in for a long time, as many of us have, right? And it's great that the professor has gotten a product like this out onto the market. You know, Brian is a really cool guy. He's taught a lot of people how to play more than just Magic. And for him to have a success like this is well deserved. It's nice that we get to benefit from it as well. You know, a product that is built for us, you know, with all of the features and things like that you know that we would want, and a lot of thought and care taken in it into consideration as well. Overall, I really like this box. This is going to replace the Pokemon tin that I've been carrying my Magic the Gathering decks in. I know it's sacrilegious, but I've been carrying my Magic stuff in a Pokemon tin for the longest time now. I don't think I've shown it. It's a little embarrassing. WotC does not put out very many products like this that are to this quality and to this standard. So you have to look elsewhere, and that's just the way it is. You know, if they'd put a little more thought into housing their player base's cards, we might have seen something like this a long time ago. But who knows? Overall, I really like it. The purple and black, it looks really good. The purple is nice and deep. The black is equally as deep. And I really, really like the gold embossing. I was a bit bummed that I wasn't able to get the signed version, but I bought it afterwards, and you know, now everything is good. I've got that for my collection. It's going to stay on the shelf. I know Brian has said that this is very sturdy, very strong. I shouldn't have any worries about... Oops. I shouldn't have any worries about tossing this thing around. And you know what? Honestly, I just, you know, those are some pretty good shakes there. Oh, it's backwards, but... I mean, yeah, these are moved over a little bit, but honestly, I think we're good. We don't have any issues. And that was some pretty sturdy shaking. I have the utmost confidence that this product will protect my investment. And I like to bling my decks out, so I'm always looking for something that's going to be strong, it's going to be sturdy, it's going to protect my cards. I think this is it. If you weren't able to get one of these during the Kickstarter, keep an eye out for announcements from Brian Tolarian Community College. This is supposed to be hitting the market in some format in 2024. 100%. If you're a Magic player, if you play TCGs, you should consider getting one of these deck boxes. It's very nice. It's strong. And what can I say? I'm glad that I purchased 2 of them. So, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would, you'd like to, you know, consider supporting the channel, supporting CRG Games. I've moved over to a different pricing structure on my website, crggamesllc.com. All the booster packs. Now I search for just whatever the best deal is, make offers, do negotiations, things like that to get the best prices, and then I just put a small flat markup on it, pass on the savings to you guys. So if you would, check it out, crggamesllc.com. And until next time, I'll catch you later.